Morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. We are in day 4 of the Turkey Diaries. Today we're talking about table linens. And I got new plastic boxes for my stamps. I'm going to upgrade. I was going to pull out two pieces of paper from that book, and that is a book that is a trash treasure. That is a medical terminology book that I've used in the past, and it just has a ton of print on it, and then when you paint over it, it kind of gives it, a different effect. Okay, I am discovering that I will have a lumpy left, and I have a swan to work with here, but I'm trying to, and the book that I'm using is the Paris Pilgrim, so the Pilgrims, it's perfect. It's all serendipitous. So, I'm, adding paint to paper, but I'm going to put in some white paint that I used yesterday to try to give it a gouache sort of effect and push some of those letters back. That other book, what I started to say was that catalog is great for all kinds of things, and I use it over and over and over, and it's got like 27,000 pages in it, so maybe 26, but you know what I'm saying. So I'm adding some very delicate colors and using white on top of it to kind of push back the color and the print, the text underneath. Is this going to work? I don't know, but we're trying it. We're going to try. And I'm adding, yes, the same kind of colors I've always worked with so far in this book. We're doing a lot of gold colors, but it is, Thanksgiving month here in the United States, and that's where this person is. This person is a fictitious person from my head based on a real person, lightly based on a real person and some of the things she has done over the years. And I am very fondly doing a journal as if I were living her life. Sort of like the American version of Downton Abbey. And that's what this book is about. So the lumpy left is happening, but I'm really, really careful to bend that page over every day to get that lumpy left as tightly as I can to the spine. It's going to be a real problem at the end of the month. I already know that. I'm not afraid of lumpy left. I usually have lumpy left because I work chronologically. Now, there's a goose at the top of that page, or a swan, and we are going to use that to our advantage. And I've got all my paper dry, and I'm gluing it down. It's dry enough. It's a tad damp in places, but it's not going to affect what we're doing here. And yes, table linens. Table linens are very, very important. So I took another page scrap from Daphne's diary, and I'm using it for corners. Some of that all doesn't end up showing by the end of the time here, but it is what it is. And I said I was going to draw some more. Well, yesterday and today I haven't drawn. So I got to remember to do that. But for right now, I'm glad with how it turned out. And there's no drawing on it yesterday or today. So, but there will be more. And I don't have to do it every day. So I am trying to work across the center of the page today. This is really a lot along. What I'm doing is a little bit of mixed media scrapbooking. It's not unusual for things that I used to do in scrapbooking. Well, that's not true because I never did mixed media. I just did it with paper. But I have learned techniques with, and ignore my cord there on the left, techniques with mixed media. And I'm adding that to scrapbooking memories, trying to remember how I did scrapbooking layouts today. And maybe a lot in this book, I think, is how that's going to end up. So I had an idea. I could have printed doilies or table linens on the computer and cut them out. I decided to make my own lace, or a version of lace, with these little scraps here. And I love how that turned out. Kind of like a corner of a tablecloth. And then I'm going to put a title across the white middle. Hindsight, I may have not used a stark white. I might have put a tiny bit of a wash on it, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm And then my camera at the very end ran out of room. I have too many pictures I have 22,000 pictures on my camera, on my phone. I know, and I really do. I'll take a picture of it and show you. Maybe 24 actually. Anyhow, so I'm just trying to add a little bit of embroidery to my lace. Just techniques with the same colors, with pens, just trying to draw it all in. But I'm going to read you my journaling. And this is me trying to do nice writing, but I don't have nice writing skills, so it is what it is. Table linens are so important to any event you may have. I prefer French table linens only because the weave is standard to none. Linen with a silk thread woven within is purely lovely. There is a beautiful shop in Paris on the Rue de Rivoli, I'm sure I said all that wrong, behind the Louvre, called the Swan des Dos, which is soft in French. Look at me using skills. The Soft Swan. I love my linens from this shop. I have the linens. This is my procedure of washing the linens. I have the linens washed in a soft, lukewarm, soapy water, distilled preferably. Each item is line dried and ironed with a very hot iron. The day before, everything is steamed again. Wrinkles at a dinner party are unsightly. So, if you ever come to my house for dinner, my linens will be ironed and they will not be unsightly. True story, I washed my tablecloth yesterday and it's spread out across the couch in our bedroom so that it will not get wrinkles on it because I don't have a steamer. So I added some more dots, holes, linen, thread drawing on my piece of paper there. And silly me, this piece of paper is the back of one of the sermon pages. And they're blank. I thought they were all written on, but the backside is blank. So I have pink now in my repertoire here with my sermon pages where my camera cut out. And I have just the end result here. I made a acetate pocket under the word linens and put my journaling on that little piece of paper and tuck it into the pocket and called it a day. Also, at this point, this is where the dog bit the home health care nurse that came to check on my husband. At his insurance company is making him get a evaluation just to prevent them from having to spend money on him, probably. But the dog bit the nurse. Oh my God. He didn't break the skin. And luckily she's a dog lover. She said she was. But she was touching him and he did not want her to touch him. This is my daddy. You stay away. Yeah. You're a home health care nurse. Don't come to my house. I told my husband, I'm like, we're going to have to get a warning for the fire department if we ever have to call an ambulance on you. He goes, yeah, you're right. This dog is terrible. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching. My table linens are ready to go, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.